So 2020 was a pretty garbage year for obvious reasons. Hell, John Oliver even blew it up. But 2021 has a lot of hope attached to it, particularly because multiple companies are coming closer and closer to a COVID-19 vaccine. But how will these vaccines actually work? Over the last few months, multiple companies including Pfizer, Moderna, Oxford, even some closer to home like Bharat Biotech and Serum Institute are trying to come up with vaccines for COVID-19. In fact, the latest trials show some of them, Moderna and Pfizer in particular, with an impressive 95% success rate. So let's talk about how they work. When infections, viruses and germs enter our body, they attack and then they multiply. COVID-19 works in the same way. This mainly happens through our blood, which uses the red blood cells to transport oxygen. When our body is under attack, our immune system uses everything in its arsenal to fight the infection. And the white blood cells, which act as the main line of defense for the body, they fight the infection in many ways. According to the Center of Disease Control, the CDC in the United States, this happens in 3 ways. Macrophages are white blood cells that swallow up and digest germ and dead or dying cells. The macrophages leave behind parts of the invading germs called antigens. The body identifies antigens as dangerous and stimulates antibodies to attack them. B lymphocytes are defensive white blood cells. They produce antibodies that attack the pieces of the virus left behind by the macrophages. T lymphocytes are another type of defensive white blood cell. They attack cells in the body that have already been infected. Once the body knows what it's up against, and this is the important part, there are a few T lymphocytes which work as memory cells that remember how to fight a previous infection. And these cells are the key to understanding how the vaccines will work. So, those cells go into immediate action when confronted with the same disease again, say a relapse of COVID-19. The COVID-19 vaccines will help our body learn to fight the disease without getting infected by the actual disease. Different vaccines will produce different strategies to fight the virus. But what all these vaccines will do is flush the body with these memory cells so that they always remember how to fight that particular virus. By the CDC's definition, currently there are 3 types of vaccines that are at various stages of production under the supervision of global health authorities and vaccine developers across the world. The mRNA vaccines, protein subunit vaccines, and vector vaccines. mRNA vaccines contain material from the virus that caused COVID-19 that gives our cells instructions for how to make a harmless protein that is unique to the virus. After our cells make copies of the protein, they destroy the genetic material from the vaccine. Our bodies recognize that this particular protein shouldn't be there, so they produce more T lymphocyte and B lymphocytes that will remember how to fight the virus that causes COVID-19 in the future. In fact, recent developments showcase that Pfizer and Moderna's trials creating this type of vaccine show a lot of promise. Okay, let's talk about protein subunit vaccines. They include harmless pieces of the virus that cause COVID-19 instead of the entire germ. Once vaccinated, similarly, our immune system realizes that these proteins or these pieces of the virus shouldn't be in our body, and so they begin making T lymphocytes and antibodies. The third type of vaccine, vector vaccines, contain a weakened version of the live virus, a different virus than the one that causes COVID-19 that has genetic material from the virus that causes COVID-19 inserted in it. This is called a viral vector. Once the viral vector is inside our cells, the genetic material gives cells instructions on how to make a protein that is unique to the virus that causes COVID-19. Using these instructions, our body makes copies of the protein. This prompts our bodies to build T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. So one basic point to remember throughout is that every type of vaccine will help the body remember what it's being infected with and learn how to fight it in the future. Some of the vaccines might require just one shot, while some may require multiple. It's important to note that the body usually takes a few weeks to produce T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes after vaccination. So it's imperative that people still follow safety protocols like social distancing, wearing a mask, using sanitizers, etc. Otherwise, there's risk of getting infected during this period. Another thing to note with most vaccines, especially these that are being produced at a faster rate, side effects like fever, muscle pain, fatigue, headaches, etc. might occur for some people. This is because the body is building up its immunity. Some health experts believe it's alright because this is what happens with a lot of vaccines, while others have recommended that we do further testing so that the side effects are minimal. While the vaccination production process is already in full swing, experts have stated that it'll take a lot of information and coordination for these vaccines to be dispersed to the entire world. Which, fair. The world is pretty big. So again, it's important for everyone to maintain all the safety guidelines so that everyone comes out of this together. And hopefully 2021 will bring us back to the world as we knew it.